Good morning, folks. It's Dr. Shabih Zaidi in London on behalf of Sadiq International Virtual University, welcoming you to the new series of webinars for the year 2025. This is our fifth year of continued activity in academic performance through webinars, lectures, books, conferences, workshops, and a whole lot of things that we've been doing for the last 4 years. And on the 20th of January, that is in a couple of, what is the date today? When, say, in a few days, we'll be celebrating our fifth birthday. And we'll have a seminar. Sakina is organized, Sakina Naqvi is our CEO. She's organizing a full day of seminar on that particular day. We'll give the dates later. But right now, let me welcome you all to this wonderful webinar, which I'll be hosting or moderating on behalf of Sadiq International Virtual University. And this will be conducted by a renowned scholar who's been an honorary faculty for the CVU for quite some time, right from the beginning, actually. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you started with us about 4.5, 5 years ago, and you also contributed to the chapter that we wrote. I'm just looking at your way to start. You've got such a huge profile. Let me just introduce you to the audience in 1 second. Sakina. The important thing is that we're waiting for a few more people to join in, but recording will be available so people can join later on. So it's my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Chimney. Shah is a professor and head of Department of Physiology at GMC Bhavalnagar Office on Special Duty Research in Gandhinagar, and medical superintendent. He's a GSC MS MC FAMA Fellow of 2008 and faculty coordinator, medical education unit, head Bhavalnagar unit, international chair of bioethics. That is the best part. So bioethics is my favorite and my passion, and we share that. So that is what the introduction is, and you're going to talk about something which is high tech. I must say that I'm tech savvy, but I'm not that tech savvy. I'm still learning. I can handle AI a little bit. I can handle a few things, but not virtual simulation that you're going to talk about. So over to you, Dr. Chimney Shah, on behalf of Sadiq Virtual. It's the first webinar of 2025. It's a great honor to have you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope I am audible properly.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends from the different parts of the world. So today, it's my pleasure to be a part of the SIVU University from the beginning. And again, it is a pleasure that 2025, I am the opening batsman for the webinar. So today, what we are going to discuss is a virtual simulations using VRR. It is a virtual research room. So it is basically developed by Sarah Phule during COVID time. And once I learned about it, I became passionate about it. And after that, we have started using at our institute, and we have used at different institute. And whenever time permits, I try to disseminate it more and more so that more people will come to know regarding the same. So what are our objective of today's session? So objective is at the end of session, a participant will be able to understand what is virtual research room, how to use it, have a hands-on experience for running a VRR, which will include run virtual simulations online, develop their own virtual case, and third, use a VRR for teaching. So before we go further, the question arises, why virtual research room? Because it is a free resources for the global healthcare simulation community, by which we will be able to deliver a high quality virtual simulation at no cost. I repeat the word no cost and of high standard. Definitely it requires a thorough background work, and then we can do it. And it is used across the world in a number of different countries, which includes both high and lower resource environment. So this is why today we are going to discuss regarding VRR, that is virtual research room. So basically, what is virtual research room? It is nothing but a combination of two things: Google Slide, and right now we have displayed Zoom, but any of the webinar tool or any of the online communication tool. So if you look at a Google Slide and then Google Meet, both become free. and that's why we say that it is of no cost. Okay, so let's see further intricacy, and then we'll go for hands-on on the same VRR. Okay, so let's understand further. So I request all of you to you can scan this QR code, and I will also share the same in our chat box, so you all can click on it. So click on this link, you will be directed to one page which will be like this. Okay, you will be directed to the page which will be like this. Okay, so I request all of you to please join the link. So this is our room. This is virtual research room. Good. Thank you, Dr. Abhishek, for confirming. Okay. So this is actually a room, and what we are going to do with this, or what actually the people who are using this will do. So it has a important thing that participant means everybody will open the virtual research room, which is a shared Google site, which I have just shared, and all of you have open. Then participant has to interact real time with this document to apply monitors, use equipments, and write the things on the chart. And that can be done even without Google Meet or Zoom. But the Zoom is used to share the things with each other, as well as to discuss and to pass through the different stages of VRR. Okay. So it has a three things. One, we will do the pre-brief. Then secondly, there is a running of the case. And third will be debriefing. So what we do in the pre-brief, review the principles of SIEM, objective of the session, and how this VRR works. That we have already done. Now, after some time, we will run the case, and then finally, we will do the debriefing. So let's start with the what are the different roles and the management you need when you're using this SIEM for your students. So there are four roles for a typical SIEM team. Number one is a team lead. What team lead will do? He will do the examination of the patient, make the management decisions, communicate order to teammates, maintain situational awareness, and summarize the case regularly. So this is the things done by the team lead. The second person will be charter, who will writing the things that take notes about the history, physical examination, finding orders, and he will also write regarding medications, dose, route, and time to give twice a day, thrice a day, and keep track of time, especially in case of emergency situation. Third person will be taking care of airway, okay, which asks the question to assess the airway, monitor the oxygen saturation level, apply oxygen, and do airway maneuvers, use airway adjuvants, and prepare for the intubation. And fourth person will be taking care of medications and monitor. Apply monitors to patient, watch the monitor for in the vital signs, and prepare and administer the medication. So these are the four things which participant need to do. These all roles are other than the facilitator. Now it happens that you don't want to ask them to work in the team. So in such case, you can have a single person who is managing everything. Because if you go to the remote level, it may be possible that there is no four person, but only a single person who will be doing the things. So it is further take care of decision taking skill of the patient that what to do, what not to do. Okay. So again, you can have your own team members according to the people available. Clear? So four role, team leads, charter, airway, medications, and monitors. Clear? We'll go to the next slide. So what you need to do in pre-brief usually, that right now, if you consider this our group as a group, then I have explained you the principles of SIM, how to use the VRR, and what to do if something goes wrong. And right now, as written here, let me ask you a few questions. Let me ask you, do you have any questions? I have shared you the link, and then we will discuss how to set up the screen, how we can use the Google slide, and then we will do the hands-on. So right now, up to this point, any questions? Any questions? Okay, no questions. Thank you. So let's go further. So now we want to run the case. So we have to provide the case prompt. We have to answer the questions about physical exam findings. Provide a case progression prompts. For example, I will say that patient has stopped moving. For example, I will say that patient's oxygen saturation is low, patient is gasping. Okay, and we can also guide a learner for appropriate slide if they ask you that where to go for what activity. So this is the role of facilitator. Okay, so I know that you all are already in that screen. I will again share the link for those who have joined afterwards, so they all can open that link. Okay, I have shared the link. Okay, so those who have joined, they can click on that link. And as we have discussed, a team leader will require three things: charter, airway, and the person who is writing medicines. So once you open, okay, let me open that. Okay, so this is our team slides where you all are able to access. So what I will do, I will remove this black one. So now you can see, okay, the heart rate you can calculate using this, and it has a different parts. Let me also enlarge it. So now you can see the different part of the screen. The ECG strips is running. You can right now see the heart rate is zero, everything is zero. Heart rate, O2, blood pressure, respiratory rate, temperature. Below is the medication given box. Here you can see the different uh, things. These are the ECG leads. These are the IV cannulas. This is for blood. Then we have measuring for the oxygen, glucometer is available, temperature monitor is available. So all the different monitors are available. We have a nasogastric tube, we have a Foley's catheter. So whatever basic things you require are available here. Now here you can see that recording notes, orders, and team roles. That's all we need to write here. Now in the second slide, you can see these are the different medications available. Okay, API, lignocaine, atropine, levermectin. Okay, so all the different drugs are available. If you go to the third slide, you will come to know that we have different cannulas available. Okay, clear? If we go for the next slide, let me remove this. So you will be able to appreciate what is there created by the developer. You can see the sign. Okay, so this also we can put on the first slide. If you go to the fifth slide, you will see the other required thing. Okay, so these all are the signs and symptoms of anaphylaxis, which you can tell to your group. Okay, so these are the things we require. Now, what is the case? So you also need to have a history as well as a progression chart. So we have removed this, we have done the different thing. And then like this, we have to give the case. A 55-year-old man eating in the hospital cafeteria feels lightheaded and then collapse. He is found to be having an anaphylactic reaction with wheezing, stridor, tongue swelling, and hives. The learners should recognize this as an upper airway emergency and review the steps involving in upper airway management while treating the anaphylaxis. Then we have shared the Google slide, and then you also can have a progression of case chart, because this facilitator should know that how to go about and what is actually we want our student to learn. So you can see here, this is a case overview, a prompt for the participants. Okay, a 45-year-old man suddenly starts feeling lightheaded and collapse while eating soup in the hospital cafeteria. History of a peanut allergy. Appearance: patient appears anxious, is covered with the heaves, and has stridor on examination. He is having a difficulty in breathing. His tongue and lips are well swollen. Okay, so now what we will do? We will right now, I am asking our moderator to become a single-handed person taking care of this patient, and let's see what happens. Okay, so right now I'm going to the first slide, so all of you are able to see it, and I've shared the link with all of you, so all of you can also join. We will invite all of you once I will demonstrate a simple maneuver with our moderator. Dr. Zaidi, are you there? So because of cider, now you can all see here that his oxygen saturation is only 60%. Okay, the blood pressure has been stood up and has reached to 180 by 100, or let me tell 180 by 90. Respiratory rate has also been increased, and the temperature is right now, let's consider 97. Okay, so now what I will request Dr. Jaidi to be a student, and he would start managing the case. Okay, sir, are you there? I think there is some problem. Yes, sir is there. Dr. Shabih Jaidi. Okay. Dr. Abhishek. No, the interaction will be in the Google
Yes,
slide.
sir.
Dr. Yeah, Abhishek, are you there? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what you will do, now the patient is there with you, and as I said, the history. Now you try to manage the patient. Go to the second slide. Use appropriate drug. You can go to the third slide and use appropriate adjuvant to monitor the patient.
See, I
Your
was here, but I could not connect.
okay. So now we have a two member of the team. Dr. Abhishek is also there, and Dr. Zaidi is also there. So Dr. Zaidi, you can assess the patient, and you can ask Dr. Abhishek to do the treatment as per your instruction.
All right. So, Abhishek, can we start?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what is you got the history? So, how do you start the clinical examination and further movement? So, do we go on to slide number 1, 2, or what do you say?
In slide number 1, Dr. Shah has already
Yes.
given the input of heart rate, oxygen saturation, BP, blood pressure, respiratory rate, and
There is an
temperature.
immediate need to intubate the patient, otherwise patient will collapse.
Yes.
And second of all, we should give epinephrine to the patient.
That's absolutely right. What do you think, Dr. Shah? I think that's the right move.
Yeah. So please do the things as you feel. Accordingly, patient vitals will change.
Okay. So, where do you
Uh,
go to?
Dr. Shah, where should I paste the epinephrine drug that I am
Medication
giving?
text, medication box given below, just below the vitals.
Here should I post like this?
Yeah, perfect. So given the epinephrine, so we can accordingly change the. Okay, and sir has given the oxygenation, so it has reached up to, I can say, 90. Further, let's give the, and what is the amount of liter oxygen you want to provide? You also need to give the oxygen. We have put the adjuvant, and what is the amount you want to put? You can just put the liter.
Abhishek?
10 liter will be fine.
Yeah, please go ahead. So basically, please do it. Meanwhile, I'm just saying that as this is the first time and there is no before and experience to anybody,
Yeah.
I'm informing and telling everything. So once a student learn, this can be done without prompting. That you simply give the case and then they will start uh, treating the patient, and accordingly, everything can be changed, like
So
a heart rate.
is there a plan that you can follow, like more
Yes,
like
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
algorithm?
Yes, sir.
Is there an algorithm that you can follow?
Yeah, let me open it. Can you see this?
Yep.
Yeah. So accordingly, this is the case
Yeah.
progression. So this is the baseline.
Right.
Okay, patient means the facilitator will say that I can't breathe, I feel lightheaded, and I am nauseated. Then learner can ask all these questions, and accordingly he will act.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
So this is our role. That already there are a lot many. We will go through the website also. These are the case available, and accordingly, if the student is performing perfectly, the triggers will be there, and the progression of case will be there. And if he
Right.
is not moving, then we need to turn them into theoretical aspects first, and then they will go to the again practical aspect. You can see here, sir, all the management doses, how epinephrine will work. Okay, so all as Abhishek
Will
has
this
rightly
be
said,
will this be available to the student, or will you post it
so it's
somewhere?
up to us, sir. So what we can do, that when we want to do VRR initially before we go for VRR comprehensively, we can teach them a case of anaphylaxis
Okay.
theoretically. That if anaphylaxis is there, you have to give this case, and this is a prototype. It is not 100% that all over world we should follow this. We can have our own case.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay. The best part of this is use of this Google slide, which is a free of cost.
Right.
So in a low resource country where we don't have a very hi-fi simulated environment, this is like a, I can say, gift of a god.
Yes.
So
Very
yeah,
helpful.
yeah. So thank you, Dr. Abhishek and Dr. Zaidi, for being a part of this session. Once
Welcome.
this case is over, now what is the next step? So what we have done, we have done the pre-brief we have done, and then we gone for a running a case. Okay, and now comes the debrief. Okay, so
Right.
once we go for a debrief, see, always a debrief is the key in any simulation, either a paid or high fidelity stimulation or low fidelity stimulation. The debriefing is the important point. And so when we are debriefing, we need to go through all these three things: that psychological safety of the learner, learn about the CRM, and learn about the medical content. So there is one framework which is known as a Pulse framework, which we can use for a debriefing. It is a four stages: reaction phase, description, analysis, and summary.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's go to the steps one by one. So number one is the reaction phase. So once your this VRR is finished, VRR schedule, we can say, if you have scheduled it for an hour, once it is over, what we can do, you can have this slide in front of them, that what we are going to discuss is these two things: crisis resource management skill, that is the CRM skill, and medical content. And what we are going to ask you is, how are you feeling? Can you summarize the case? What went well during the case? What could have gone better? What questions do you have? And what are your takeaway points? So all that they will write. And as far as possible, start with the junior learner and then go to the senior learner. Otherwise, they will become biased with others' thought. So first is the reaction phase, where you will get details of them. Okay. So all this can be asked to you. Can do a round of feeling sharing. Okay, one by one. label emotions felt by each team member during the case, emphasize this is not asking for the description of how case went. This is just a reaction. Okay, it means it went well. We were not able to manage the patient. It is not like that. What was you feeling? Like I felt reassured, I felt anxious, I felt overwhelmed, like that. And especially recommend if you sense heated emotions during the case. Okay, so during when you're doing a pre-brief, at that time also you can say that at the end of session we are going to do debrief. Okay, and during the debrief we are going to discuss all these things. Then analysis phase, it can have open-ended questions, and here the main role is of facilitator, because now you can ask a leading question. Okay, then comes more detailed questions, like to the leader, what is the one line summary about the case? To the group, does anyone have anything they would add to the summary once the leader is over? So what was challenging about this case? What might you have done differently next time? What were the steps you have taken or how you have taken? So this also take care of a team building skill, not only a medical skill. If these are the four people, how they have interacted with each other. Okay. And as you are observing as a facilitator, you can say that as noticed when all this happens, this thing was done or these things was happened. So what was your differential and mental model at this moment? You can give that you have given this, for example, right now Dr. Abhishek has given an epinephrine. If he says ilocan, then we can ask that was it the right choice or not. Okay, what are the common pitfalls during debrief? We are talking too much. Okay, you should take only 1/3 of the time. They should lead the discussion and not you. Then let them fill the gaps. It happens that you will ask and they will not answer, then you will start speaking. Okay, this happens. Let them come out. Let them open up. Then and then they will be able to uh, think, because the metacognition is an important part of the learning. And if they will not speak up, they will not think, they will not learn that what happened in the case. Okay, sometimes it becomes very much didactic. Okay, so as said, it is not important that all points are covered or not. It's okay if something has been missed. The thing is, whatever has been taught, it has gone up to the deep level and they have understood the things. Okay, and sometimes if I also become silent or if I also not prepared, then I will ask the big question, and ultimately it happens that case may go onto the wrong direction. So we need to take care of all these things. Then debriefing, wrapping up need to be done. Final 5 minutes. Any final questions? Anything you want to share? And you can ask them to share their takeaway. One medical learning point, one CRM learning point, and one topic to study out of this whole exercise. And lastly, you can ask them to take a feedback. If you are a junior facilitator, learn the same before you go to the actual case with the student. Okay. So what are the facilitators to-do list? Review the case progression chart, know how case will unfold. You should know it beforehand. And so that you can guide them. You can sort, as I said, that patient may get uh, means patient need an oxygen, otherwise he will get or he may die. Okay, then we need to practice, review the facilitated debrief slide and plan debrief strategy. Always plan, don't go okay, let's do VRR like that. Okay, and also discuss the role division between the facilitator, because it may be there that you are a two facilitator. One facilitator will be taking care of a pre-brief and he will taking a role during actual simulations, and one person may be taking care of debriefing. Okay, so what you need, Zoom link or any other webinar link, a Google slide, or we can server room. Okay, and then debrief slide and case progression outline chart. You can also have a group where you can discuss, or your student can have also have a group. They will discuss in that group and then execute. Okay, So before we go and end these, there are a lot many things to see. So now let's go to the website, which is basically developed for a VRR. There are a lot many things we need to check there also. And so this is the website. I request all of you to go through the site. Now, why this site has been included in this presentation? Because there are important things what we have discussed you will be able to do only if you are aware of all these slides. Let me share link of the slide, sorry, site. So if you look at this slide, it is divided into different parts. So first is the demonstration which we have done. If you are working as a teacher, you want to do plan a session, you want to use a ready to run case, you want to build a new case, and you want to run a scene. So let's first go to the plan session. So any question before we go to these things?
I think there's a comment from Abhishek.
Abhijit, yes, sir. I will take care of it. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll answer this question.
And anybody else would like to post comment? There's
Yeah,
another.
kindly elaborate on CRM points. Yes, yes. Sure.
Now, this epinephrine, where in the UK, every person who has a sensitivity or allergy history of anaphylaxis has to carry a pen called EpiPen. It is like an injection which they carry in their pocket or in their coat or jacket. And if there is an allergy or anaphylaxis, like a very common thing that's happening here is the peanut allergy, very common, nuts allergy. So they have to carry EpiPen, and if they don't carry it, the school teacher has to carry it, or doctor has to carry it. Straight away, you give EpiPen before you start anything else. So, is that a practice in India also?
No, not such practice.
I think it should be very important because recently there was a case on TV where there was slight delay. The EpiPen was not used, and the child succumbed. So it became a big drama. I think it's a very simple thing. It's just like a small. Let me just put my. So it's
I
just
think
like a syringe, and they have to carry that in their pocket. Everybody who has history of anaphylaxis in the past must carry EpiPen in their pocket. It's a lifesaver. So I think that's the message
a good point.
that we should try and encourage India and Pakistan, the developing countries. It saves lives instantly. It is called EpiPen. It's epinephrine, it's a form of a pen, and they keep in their pocket, straight away, inject it, and that's it. It's mandatory for anybody who has history of anaphylaxis, reactions, allergies, nut allergy, or even sensitivity to whatever, drugs, whatever. They must carry EpiPen, EpiPen, EpiPen in their pocket.
Okay. Thank you. So this is one of the great learning of today's session, which we can start at least at a school level, at least at the adult level. Okay. So now, as a teacher, you want to plan a session. So if you go to this site, you will find everything. First of all, step by step, create your room. Okay. So we can build our room or we can use ready available case. Now, to answer the first question that copy and paste how to do, let me explain you that we will go after this section is over, we'll go there. So then we need to introduce our participant to the VRR. We can send them a link of the instruction ahead of the time. Then start our session. Then teach our facilitator how to use VRR. Provide a facilitator with the session slides, details, and training the facilitator, and finally asking any question. So this is to start anything with a fresh new. Okay. Here are a recommended structure that use a small group, one case per hour. You require a laptop, Wi-Fi, and quiet room. Okay. And usually 1 to 2 facilitator, 4 to 6 learner. Okay. And 1 hour can be divided into 2 minutes for a case, 30 minutes for the debrief, and in between there can be a 10 minute of break. Okay. So this is how to start. Now, as we have said, we have two options, ready to run case and build our own case. So let's go there, ready to run case. Now we go to the ready to run case. These are the case available here on the slide. Okay. The question as asked by Dr. Abhijit, why are the slide view only? Okay, because people should not uh, uh, tamper with it and modify it. So how to convert this view only slide into our room? Simply make a copy. You go to any view slide, go to file and click on make a copy, and we have to click on entire presentation. We will again do for one more slide. Okay. Choose case, click on the link on the Google Slide room as it is a view only, make a copy entire presentation, and then we can name the case. Okay. Even you can have a version history. This is first version, second version like this. Okay. And if you want to develop our own case, build our own case, choose or write our case. As I have shared with you, we need to write our case like this. Okay, case overview, prompts for the participant, history, appearance, investigation. Then, as Dr. Abhijit has asked, we have a crisis resource management objective, that how they are communicating, how they are delegating. So it is other than a medical content part, that what drugs they are using, how they are treating. That is a secondary. This is the CRM where human factors are coming into the play, that how I am communicating with my other team members and how I am delegating a role. So that is a CRM objectives. Then we need to develop learning goals, then potential points of discussion, and you can have case progression like this, that what is the patient state, what is how patient will behave, what learner has to do, and what are the other triggers facilitator can give. Okay, clear? So this is the things you will prepare. What are the management? Okay, and what are the learning points? This all you need to create. Now once you create it, we have to create our slide room, Google slide room. This we will create. Okay, let's go to the our ready to run case of adult for that. So see, anaphylaxis, these are the case available. ASA overdose, anaphylaxis, atrial fibrillation, bradycardia, cardiac arrest. Okay, then in eclampsia. Okay, these many cases are available. So if you are preparing, you can also mail to Dr. Fule. So she can add it to the list. Then STEMI by CHF, VTech. These are the. I don't think we need more than this case. Okay, so for each case of adult, history is available. Google Slide Room is available. So let me open this Google Slide Room. So as you said, that it is a view only. So we'll go here, let it open properly. So always internet is the key. So if it is not going, you can download here and then you can again upload in your Google Drive. As right now I don't know why it is not opening. Simply you have to make the copy. So once you click on the make a copy, as I did in our case, it will go ahead. Okay, sure, sir. Sure, sir. Okay. So we need to open here and make a copy. Right now there is some issue. Otherwise, in each slide it comes. Let's check other slide. Any of the other slide. So these are regarding adult. Same way we have a pediatrics. Anaphylaxis, asthma, congestive diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay. Let me open pediatric sepsis. Meanwhile, as sir was asking, here is also a case progression chart available. So for each case, you will get a case progression chart which has been created by the Pule. Maybe possible, yes, Dr. Abhishek, you are right. Let me check it. Yes, it may be because I had not signed in. So let me sign in. Yes, you are right, Dr. Abhishek. And so I will make a copy and click on enter presentation. Now, one more thing what you have to keep in mind is SIVU pediatric case. Make a copy. So one more thing you have to keep in mind that when you are sharing with this with your student, how you will share, you have to click on the share. And you need to give everybody editors option. So here I will click on restricted to everybody, anyone with this link. And here I will change to editors. I will copy this link and then I will click on done. Otherwise, the person will not be able to edit it. So let me share the screen. So now if you will open, you will be able to also click on this slide. All of you can try just once. And you can join this slide. Okay. I request all of you to just click it. And then what you can go, you go to the next slide, copy, and then paste it here. All of you just try. Let's wait for 2 minutes for all of you to work on it. You can go to any of the slide and then put it. So as I said, if you are a 4-member team, one person will be writing here. Okay. Like so one person can write like this, another person can just go down and can introduce, can use this cannula. Then all the slide had its own different sign symptoms or what we can say summary available. So you can look at all these things and use it accordingly. Okay. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you. Okay, so we can see here also there is a one more image is available. It is like putting it on the. So let's open all the links and then I will put it on the slide mode. So we all will be able to see that how much hard work the creator has done.
Is there an intellectual property right issue here, a copyright issue? Or can you use it?
No, because as it is already created by them and put it on the web for use for everybody, there is no issue. So these are the things available that ECG has been created. Okay, on examination, he is looking at the fingers. So it is not necessary to use all the images which is given by them. You can have your own images, your own videos. These are the laboratory reports. Okay, so like this. Let's again go to this website. Okay, so we can build a new case. In build new case also, we can have a blank template as we have discussed, and accordingly we will change the requirement. Okay. Then there is one more thing, that is a tabletop research room. Now this is a very nice concept. This concept you can use where you don't have an internet with you and you have a room. In your room you can have in your table it is like this. This is the case available, then these are the drugs available, and as actual case is not available, accordingly you can have a monitor and you can see this projector. Along with that you can have attachment to the monitor, and student will put a drug, put an this a real or a printed oxygen mask, do the intubation, have an oxygen, and accordingly you can do. And this is a more basic thing which can be done everywhere. Okay, and these are the things they have provided, that you can take these, get it printed, monitors, patient medical supplies. Okay, everything is given free by an author. Okay, yeah, yes, everything is agreeable. No, nothing. Do we have to pay? Nothing. Everything is free. And now once you have seen, even you can do it without looking at it. Okay. So I think we have gone through the website. We have gone through the hands-on also. And this is Miss the creator of VRR, Asara Phule, who developed this VRR. Okay. So any questions? Last few minutes are there. So any questions or any sharing for you, or if you want to play, we can again open the slide and we can, the moderator who is there, he must be aware of how the case will progress. So if the wrong drug is there, accordingly monitor should change here. Okay. Right now the oxygen level is 20, then it should change accordingly. So the facilitator plays a vital role.
Excellent. We had a webinar about 2 years ago by a gentleman by the name of, he's an Iranian professor in Vancouver, and he's developed something like this himself with the help of the NASA. It's called Cyber Patient. Cyber Patient. And
Yes.
similar, but they do it in space. Everything is virtual. It's virtual reality, almost like augmented reality. Exactly like you said. And the patient walks into the hospital, outpatient, treated, greeted by the staff, then, stepwise. This is more specific, particularly relevant to the clinical application of cases. And how many cases do they have on this on register?
Yeah. Just I'm opening it. And as asked by Dr. Abhishek, for each case they have given the scenario and case progression. So let's look at the situations starting from
Clinical conditions.
yeah ASA NFL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
It must be more.
13, 14, 15.
120 conditions are.
Yeah, so lot many conditions they have given. I don't think more than these conditions are required. So this is
Right.
for adult, then this is for pediatric, asthma, bronchitis,
Yeah.
okay, congenital heart disease, myocarditis arrest, neck bite, rectal snake bite, pediatric sepsis, and thyroid storm. Then you, if you go down, you can see each has their own Google Side Room case progression chart. Pediatric asthma, bronchitis, and everything is given. And let's go to the beyond ER. Again, you have a out of the hospital case, operating room case, and here also bradycardia, HDH, tachycardia. Okay, in France, these all are in the France. And the latest innovation was tabletop research room. This was not actually during the COVID. This has been developed new. We will be sharing few of the article. If you will search V a virtual research room Dr. Chinmay, you will get few of the article based on it. Okay, so you will be able to get this Apple to online simulation education article also based on the same.
So, how many institutions are using this technology in India?
Around three, right now 3 to 4, not more than that.
Professor Rashid Mahmood is from Pakistan. Are you using any there? Can you unmute yourself and Professor Rashid? Any such practice in Pakistan? Dr. Razi Ghalib? Anybody? Any other country? I think it's a brilliant idea and it can be definitely promoted. And you can perhaps do a workshop one day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is basically hands-on workshop is what's needed. A very useful session of comments and compliments to you, sir. Very nice.
Thank
So
you, sir.
as an opening batsman, you made a century and remain not out.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I wish India could do the same in Australia.
Okay.
But thank you so much. Anybody who would like to comment or pose a question or post it on the chat box, please let us know before we close this session. It's almost 50 minutes, and that's the thing. Anybody who would like to ask questions? If not, then I'd like to thank you, Dr. Chimney Shah, for a wonderful session, very informative. Learned a great deal. And I'm grateful to you. As always, you've been very helpful in conducting and running courses, workshops, writing for us. It's an honor to have you as honorary faculty. And until we meet again, I say thank you to all participants and thank you, Dr. Chinmay Shah. Please come again. We'll invite you back. Thank you all and Happy New Year once again. A blissful, peaceful year 2025. And Sakina will post you all the recordings and everything on the video and LMS system. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.